while you're at it, go ahead and click the subscribe button, guys. It is absolutely free to you, and I guarantee you in return I will give you guys a bunch of great content. But as always, the information on the channel is intended for adult collectors and not children. I am your host, Jesse the Batmazero, aka the Buff Collector, and once again, guys, it is still day 4 of Dark Knights Death Metal / DC Week here on the CoolFigurez channel, and I have another video for you guys. And like I said, this time it is the Build-A-Figure from the wave, the Dark Father. So this is basically a combination of Batman and Darkseid. Now, in anticipation of this wave and doing these reviews, I did watch videos that basically retold the story of Dark Knight Death Metal to me, page for page, throughout all the comics. And throughout the whole series, this guy appears in about 4 to 6 panels, 2 pages total. That's it. That's all we get. That's all it is. But McFarlane decided they needed to make this a figure. And all I have to say is thank you, because despite him only showing up in such little amounts in the storyline, he is such a cool character and version of Batman to think about. And the fact that we got him as an action figure is just really freaking cool in my opinion. Because like I said, he only appeared in about 4 panels, maybe 2 pages total. Spoiler alert if you haven't read DC Dark Knights Metal and you want to. You know, they basically come to the new apocalypse where Superman's being held. They find out it's Batman, Wonder Woman, and I can't remember who else it was, but it's a few people. And so they've come to find out that it's Darkseid Batman, you know, holding Superman prisoner and turning him slowly into Darkseid and killing him slowly with Kryptonian kryptonite from other dimensions. And so what they do is basically Batman figures out a way to stop it all, of course, and Clark literally gets free and punches Dark Father into the atmosphere, and that's the last we see him. That's it. There's no more. There's nothing else to be seen or heard from him. So like I said, he appears in like 2 pages, 6 panels total. But I am still very happy and excited to get this guy as a figure because, like I said, it's just a very cool thought to have a Darkseid Batman. Like, that's pretty scary to think about because Batman's a very intelligent person. He's even thought, you know, Darkseid before. So now combining both of them together, that just makes a scary character. But this guy's just absolutely huge compared to the other figures, and I just love the colors, the design, and everything about this figure. And in terms of a Build-A-Figure, it is definitely an improvement from the Bane. The Bane was an absolute total mess and wreck, but in all honesty, that whole wave had a lot of QC issues and whatnot. So I'm glad they fixed it, and I will show you exactly how they fixed it in a bit. But I just want to say this Build-A-Figure is amazing because not only is it big and hulking, it actually has a lot of great articulation, and that's what I'm talking about, going back to the way it's put together. The Bane is very stiff, very, you know, you can't move it around too much in terms of its leg articulation, but as you can see here, this guy's got his legs all bent up. You know, he's in a nice crouching pose, and he can actually get into even more of a crouching pose than this, so that's really cool. And like I said, they just utilize new technology in terms of the parts you put together, so it works out so much better than the Bane. So I'm so happy about that. But with that being said, with him being the Build-A-Figure, he obviously comes with absolutely nothing. He comes with no accessories, no card. He doesn't even come with this stand. This is, you know, just an extra DC stand that I had laying around. That I use for my videos. So let's go ahead and just pull him forward and take a look at the beautiful detailing this guy has. I mean, absolutely beautiful. I mean, down to the cape. The texturing in the cape is just amazing. It flows so nicely. I love the way it's wrinkled, and it looks just perfect. And I absolutely love this giant bat belt, utility belt on him. Just amazing. And the cool thing also is that if you notice, he's actually wearing a tank top. This is like a big ass buff Batman wearing a tank top, because this is all Darkseid skin, and right here his uniform cuts off, or his costume cuts off. So that's really cool. We have a Batman in a tank top, so I mean, that's a very unique version of Batman in my opinion. So with that being said, guys, let's go ahead and take a closer look. So what I mean by the pieces, like in terms of upgraded from the Bane was just one solid nub right here, and you would pop this nub in, so you would have very hard points of articulation. It's very hard to move it, whereas this, the joint is already locked in here. So they're even utilizing that new technology that they're using in the other figures, which is amazing. And you just, you know, click it in. And it snaps right in. Whoops. Get it in. Right there, and it snaps in. And as you can see, he can do the splits. So as a Build-A-Figure, that is amazing. Because I know Build-A-Figures tend to have, you know, more limited articulation since they are bigger in size, and you know, that always seems to hinder articulation and whatnot. But I'm like that they're starting to be able to make these big figures move in all these awesome, cool, creative ways. You guys I can't wait to I can't speak right now. I can't wait till you guys see the pics I took of this guy, because he is just so poseable, and he was just getting into some really great poses and stuff like that. So with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at his full articulation. He can look all the way to the right, all the way to the left. In terms of looking down, whoops, he can look down that far, and you can actually look up pretty significantly. Hold on. Oh, there goes the stand. So you can look up pretty significantly, but you do get that gap right there. So, you know, but if you turn him this way, you don't see any gap. So that's nice. So looking at his arm articulation, he does go all the way out. You do get full 360 rotation at the shoulder, as well as bicep rotation. It's very stiff, but you do get bicep rotation right there. He does come with a single hinge joint, so he goes up 90 degrees. He gets rotation at the wrist, as well as up and down, in and out, or up and down this way. He does get rotation at the upper torso and at the lower torso as well. So you do get a lot of rotation right there. As you saw, he can go out that far, which is really cool for a Build-A-Figure. He can kick out that far. He can kick back that far. And this is all the leg that I just popped back in. So you can see it's a very sturdy connection to that peg inside. He even comes with a double hinge knee, so that's really cool. And he can go back that far. Looking at his ankle articulation, it goes down that far up, and ball rocker joint, and of course toe articulation right there. So as you can see, it is a vast improvement from the Bane Build-A-Figure, because I am handling this guy like crazy, and he did not fall apart at any point. Whereas even with the Bane doing the blow dryer and the hot water trick, I was afraid that he was going to just fall apart in my hands while I was doing the review, and even while I was taking pictures. And I still even have a fear that he's going to fall apart on my shelf just standing there. Whereas this guy, I fully have confidence and trust that he will stay put together. As you saw, I was just handling him like I would a normal figure, and I popped that left leg out and popped it back in, and that's the one I was showing you guys, and it didn't move or budge out of that socket. So a vast improvement from the last Build-A-Figure. I'm not getting that Joker Batman robot one. I have no attachment to that. I had no attachment to this one either, but this is just a really cool version of Batman that I absolutely wanted. So, you know, that's why I got this guy. But yeah, anyways, guys, I just wanted to give one big thank you to my younger sister for finding me this wave on a Target run she went on. She usually checks the toy aisle for me when she goes. I forgot to ask her that day, and she actually called me and asked if I wanted her to check for me. And thankfully I said, yeah, go ahead, because I almost told her to just come home, and she was able to find me this whole wave. So thank you to her for making this possible. But yeah, guys, with that being said, that wraps up this wave. Who was your favorite character from this wave? Let me know down in the comments down below. And is this wave worth it for you to just basically get the Dark Father if that's the only figure you want, or if that's one of the main figures you want? But out of all the figures, I have to admit the Robin King surprised me the most and became probably my favorite out of the whole line. And so that actually became a really cool figure in my mind, and I mainly wanted just the Batman with the guitar and the Dark Father. But like I said, that Robin King is just a really cool, scary, creepy looking character. Really unique, so highly recommend him. So with that being said, guys, we are almost done with Dark Knights Death Metal / DC Week here on the CoolFigurez channel. Tomorrow we will have our toy photography video. But before all that, let's go ahead and take a look at some really cool pics that I took of this guy, and we'll be right back. Alright guys, thank you so much for sticking to the end of this video. If you enjoyed those pics, you can find the full images over on Instagram at CoolFigurez. And I did recently start a separate Instagram account for more of my thought out, planned out, edited shots called Epic Shots by CoolFigurez. So go ahead and check that out and leave me a follow if you do like what you see. But as always, if you did enjoy this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up. It really helps the channel grow. And if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button, guys. But whether or not you're a subscriber, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to listen to me talk about toys. I really do appreciate it. And come back tomorrow for the conclusion to Dark Knights Death Metal / DC Week here on the CoolFigurez channel. As always, I'm your host, Jesse the Bat Magic Girl, aka the Buff Collector, and I will talk to you guys in the next video.